Welcome everybody to the Joe Wentz Project TV right here on YouTube. If you're watching this live premiere right now, I really appreciate it. If you're in the live chat, thank you for being there. Thank you for commenting. I want to go over what I use some of this gear here when I'm doing a pre-recorded video, such as this one here. We're using a 2013 EVH Stripe series, right? Using that, and you can see, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but right there is a wireless unit I got plugged in. It's called the Golden Plug, and found that online, I don't know, a couple of years ago. It sold for under $80. If you go back on this channel and type in the Golden Plug wireless guitar system, I did a video of this, like a test run. I took it outside to see what kind of range I could get with it. It's not real far, but it's far enough for what I need. I don't need some $300 wireless system. This is perfect. I just, I like using it right here because usually I'll use a cable, and you get tangled up in that, So I get tired of dealing with that. So I put the wireless system on, under $80, the Golden Plug. Some people ask me about, what I'm using to get my tone. How am I recording this stuff? People have been very kind on the mix and the audio and all that, and I really appreciate that. I put a lot of work into that. It's not, it's not studio quality, but it's pretty good for what it is here on this channel. It's pretty good. I've put a lot of hours into that stuff, and so we got a Vox Y. We got this is before. I'm using the Zoom G1X4, by the way, to get my main tones, right? So we got a Vox Y, we got an MXR Phase 90, we got an EP booster by Exotic, we got the Ibanez Tube Screamer TS9, I believe, and the Boss Blues Driver BD2. Then you go into the Zoom. It's pretty good tone, man. This G1X4 by Zoom, $99 with the expression pedal. Incredible for what you get for $99, man. So I got the pedals in front, then the Zoom, and then after that I have my delays and reverbs and a chorus pedal, a doubler pedal, and a looper, right? So I'm kind of making my own little effects loop right there. So that's it. And then we go into the PreSonus Audio Box USB 96 interface. I come out of that left and right into my Zoom Q8, which I'm using right now to record this video, going in left and right. And I'm using this PreSonus software for the mixer and all that stuff. So I can use onboard effects that come with the PreSonus, or I can just, for now I'm using just my own pedal delays. I'm not using any plugins or anything. Well, I am too. That's not true. I'm using a little bit of EQ plug-in, a touch of that, and a touch of chorus, and a noise gate. That's it. Everything else is from the floor right here. So it's pretty cut and dry, So I got a couple of pedals. When I was setting everything up, I got a couple of pedals here. The batteries are dead, and I was like, man, come on. But I can't complain. They've been, you get what you pay for. If you put cheap batteries in your pedals, they're just not going to last that long. Some pedals burn batteries up pretty quick, and some don't. But I spend a little bit of extra money and get like Energizers or whatever, or Duracells, one or the other. And I like to have a selection of different distortions to choose from. I know a lot of people are probably like, why has he got 3 different distortion boxes in front of his unit, his Zoom? And one's really driven, one's kind of mediocre, and the other one's a little bit more than that. It's, you got boom, middle, and then kind of, so you got kind of different selections to choose from for whatever song you're doing. If you want to go just all balls out, I hit that blues driver, or if I want to the same thing, but a little bit more boost, I hit the EP booster. And then when I want a subtle, just enough to give you some gain, I hit that Ibanez TS9, right? So let me give you a little sound example of the tone I got. So that's how I'm doing my tone right now. People ask, like I said, I've been using this Zoom since I don't know, a couple of months now. So here's what we got here. This is, we're going to use the Ibanez TS9. And, so right now we got, I got this Dispatch Master. It's a reverb, it's like half reverb, half delay. So you can just use just the reverb, or you can use just the delay, or you can use both. Well, I like using just the reverb because, on Van Halen's first album, it was soaked in reverb, right? So we got just here it is dry. That's dry. Now we're going to soak it, man. And this really puts you in, to me, it puts me in that whole Van Halen kind of sound. Hear that? So we're at a little delay. So that's, to me, it's in the ballpark. It's not spot on, of course, but it's in the ballpark. It's a lot of fun playing with these little gadgets, man. For years and years and years, I was wanting to just kind of get close to that sound. Now I have to be fair. To get really, really close, the Yamaha THR-10X really blew me away. And I love that amp. But just for convenience, the Zoom has really got my attention here lately. It's just so convenient just to bloop, bloop, and put it in my pedal chain and everything. It's just, I don't know. You know how you kind of move around the different things, in your setup. You'll move to a different guitar every couple of weeks or something. You'll try out different pedals. Let me let you hear what this Mimic pedal sounds like by TC Electronics. It's like a doubler. It is a doubler. It's not kind of like it is. So let me let you check that out here. And you can hear when I disengaged it, right? That is a cool effect. And I kept trying to play around with that. Sorry, laptops went dark. I can't stand that because I'm like, man, is my level still working? That's how I can tell when everything's still working. Anyway, the Mimic by TC Electronics, man. I got that. I was looking at a bunch of reviews on YouTube before I got that, and they kept saying, for best results, go in stereo out, go to 2 different amps or 2 different inputs, and blah blah blah. I was like, my God. Now, to be fair, it sounds best when you do that, but I was like, man, I'm not going through all that. I saw a review on YouTube where a guy had it set up just kind of real subtle, and that's what I did, and I put it after the Zoom And like I said, I kind of made a homemade effects loop there, and it was great. I was like, oh, that is fantastic, man. I love it. Just gives that little bit of extra something that catches your attention, right? Great guitar, man. Always loved this guitar. The pickup, now, it feels to me, I'm not a guitar tech or nothing like that, but it feels to me that the pickups in the Wolfgang Specials are a little bit hotter than this. This is a great pickup, but man, the Wolfgang Special pickups are a little bit hotter, which is no big deal. For this guitar was $1,000. Oh, and I put the 5150 decal set on there too. Just because I was like, okay, I had this for a while, and then some time passed, and they came out with the 5150 stripe series, with the hockey stick headstock, and I was like, yeah, I said, that's cool, man, but you're basically, I know that pickup is a little bit hotter, I believe, in that model. I was like, nah, man, I've already got a stripe series. I don't need more than one. I mean, if I could get the black and white one, I like to have that. Or the Bumblebee, yeah. But as far as this color scheme, I said, no, I don't want another one of those. So I just bought the decal set for whatever it was, $10, and stuck it on there. Good enough. Good enough to. But, I've always loved this guitar, man. Played the heck out of it. And when I got it, first got it in the mail, it worked for about a week. And you'd go to play it, and it was just kind of like, that's what it sounded like. I was like, what is wrong with this thing? So it didn't matter how much distortion you put on it. It didn't matter what you did, which I did. I even plugged it up to my 5150, and man, it was just still real clean and all that. And I was like, what is wrong with this guitar? So I took it to a guy, which he used to always work on my stuff. Not that I was, there all the time. He would work on my stuff, set up some guitars, maybe, put some new stuff on there, pickups, whatever. And so I took this guitar to him. I actually had my son take it for me because I was at work. So I took it to my son, and then when he was off, he took it up there. And the guy looked at it, and he called me. He said, hey, Joe. I said, yes, sir. He said, I found your problem. I said, you did? I thought maybe it was, I was hoping it was maybe a bad wire somewhere, input jack situation or something. Because this guitar, the electronics there's nothing to it. There's nothing to it. You got a volume knob, a pickup, and an input jack. And that's it. Very simple, So Eddie was really getting a lot out of, a simple setup, as we all know. Trying to get tuned up here. This thing really went flat, I guess, because I haven't played it in so long. So he told me what was wrong was the pickup was bad. And I was like, the pickup's bad? He said, yeah, you got a dead pickup. I was like, I've never heard of that. I've never experienced that. I said, well, can you fix it? He said, these, the pickup that come with this guitar, he said, that's a special pickup. He said, yeah, I could replace it, but that's kind of silly. He said, when did you get this guitar? And I went to the whole story. He said, you still have the box that it came in? I said, yeah. He said, send it back, man. So I did send it back, and I don't know if it's the same one or it might be, because when I got this one, it didn't have, you know how you get a new guitar and it's got that paper over the fretboard right here, you know, under the strings or whatever, and it kind of, you know, you got the plastic on the pickup. There was none of that. So I'm guessing they just maybe just, I don't know, sent me one that had a minor blemish, or they just replaced the pickup. I don't know. But ever since then, it's been fine. And it's kind of funny because I was watching videos last night on how to replace pickups, because I'm not really skilled at stuff like that. So I guess that's going to do it for this video. Just want to go over what I used to record a pre-recorded video. Like I said, some people was asking about how do I get my tone, what am I using? So there you go. There's no big secret here. As of the recording of this video, the Zoom G1X4, I got a few pedals in front of it, you know, and then like for gain and the Phase 90, and then the stuff after the Zoom, reverb, delay, chorus. You know, you didn't hear the chorus yet, did you? I hope I got it hooked up. Okay, let's see. It's funny because when you use that chorus pedal, it's metal, I don't know what you call it, metal construction or whatever. Joyo classic chorus is what it's called. And I think it costs, I got it off Amazon, and it was like, man, I don't know. I can't remember if it was $39 or $49. And it had really good reviews, but as you can tell, when you kick it in, it raises the volume. Either way, I mean, it does the job, you know. Like I said, effects and tones on a budget. That's the whole reason I do this, you know. And it's stuff I had to acquire over time. It's not something that just, you know, I splurged all this money for. You know, it was stuff I've gotten over. I mean, I've gotten a lot of stuff over the years that, you know, some of the stuff I don't even use no more, because you just, you know, a lot of stuff is trial and error, hit and miss. You know, and there's been a lot of times that, you know, people have helped me a lot, you know, like with recording software and stuff like that. If it wasn't for, you know, me hearing about it from somebody else or whatever, that really helps. So that's why I'm doing this video, because, excuse me, it might help somebody, you know. I would highly suggest going on YouTube and just looking at some video reviews of the Zoom G1X4. All right, so there we go, man. There's a couple of quick examples of what all this stuff sounds like. Nothing real fancy, but it's pretty cool. I enjoy it a lot. So thank you for watching, man. Thank you for stopping by and spending a little time with me here on the Joe Wentz Project TV. Will guitars? Yeah, they will. Where guitars still live and breathe. Thank y'all very much. We'll see you later.